Raphael Hirschi is a professor of nuclear astrophysics at Keele University. He joins us now from the UK. Well, Raphael, unfortunately, we all can't be professors of nuclear astrophysics. So please, in layman's terms, tell us how this would be a different method than what we're used to when we think of nuclear power.
Okay, so there are two main methods to confine the hot plasma, or if you want, the fuel in fusion reactions. One is the magnetic confinement, so you use very strong magnetic field to contain the hot gas so that it can stay in place to have enough time to undergo fusion. The other method that is talked about in the news these days is about inertial confinement, where you use very powerful lasers to basically stop the gas from moving.
Okay, but when we produce nuclear power today, that is not fusion, correct? What is that?
Yeah, the nuclear power we produce in most nuclear power stations is produced via fission. So when you break, in the video you saw how small atoms, in fact it's protons and neutrons in the core of these atoms come together. That's fusion. So you build larger and larger atoms together. In fission, in most nuclear power plants nowadays, you do the opposite. You do fission, so you break apart very large nuclei like uranium and plutonium, for example, and by breaking apart, they also release energy. The
Right.
problem with nuclear fission is that the product of that fission reactions are not good for the environment. They cause nuclear waste, they're radioactive, and they cause a lot of trouble in terms of storing. However, if you consider the process of fusion, you're going to produce elements like helium, lithium, which are much cleaner, and you don't have the problem of waste for fusion reactions.
Brilliant description to break that down for us. Thank you. So, unfortunately, where we are now, it still takes more energy to produce the amount that has come out of these experiments. So what do you think it will take scientifically to get there, where the output energy is far greater? And when scientists say we're close, what exactly does that mean?
Yeah, close means many years away still.
Oh,
So this result is exciting. As I said, there are two main methods, this laser confinement or the magnetic confinement. Both methods should be pushed further. I think for laser confinement, the key challenge, as was described in the video, is to be able to sustain the fusion for a long time, right? It was really a tiny fraction of a second that the fusion was going on. And you need to continue that process all the time for it to get more energy out of it. Once you've gotten to the point where you can get more energy out of it than you put in, right? So there's multiple challenges. There's the scale of the system, so how to make it big enough so that it produces enough energy. The second is to get more energy out than what you put in. And the third is to make it run for long enough and keep it safe enough so that you can extract enough energy out of the system.
fascinating. Such a dream for the clean energy of the future. Raphael, thanks for explaining this.
Yeah, thank you. I'm also very excited about the prospect of nuclear fusion. It's going to be a fantastic source of energy for the future.
Right, game changing.